Hey guys, welcome back. Building big with City Skylines. This is episode 13. I'm Igneous, and today we're growing. People want to shop. They're making money. They're digging ore out of the ground over here, and getting paid to do it. And then they pay their rent and buy their groceries, and they still have money left over, and they want to spend it. So we need to expand our commercial area, and we also need to expand the residential area because people have heard that this is a good place to go if you want to earn money and spend it. So they want to come here. So I was just spending a little bit of time here going over some of the different graphs, I guess you could say, the overlays, the map overlays, to see how we're doing as a city. And we've got some issues that we need to correct with some of the services. Some of the services are in kind of decent shape. We've got a reasonable fledgling transit system in the works. Traffic is still very reasonable. We've never really had a problem with traffic since we started this, which is fantastic. We've got kind of the road system worked out in a way that's working for us, so we're going to keep an eye on it, but so far so good. And then we see who's making us the most money, and it's all these people in here. It's all the people around the cemetery, basically. So if we kill a bunch of people and we put them in one spot and then build houses around it, it'll make us more money. These guys down here aren't doing much for us. But, you know, what can you do? Pollution, again, is actually, wow. It's like, wow, no pollution over here whatsoever, and then blam. Just a great big skid mark. That's what it is. But look at the river here. I mean, it moves so fast. Like, we've got 2 outlets for poo now, plus all of the pollution from the dumps is basically rolling down the hill. Everything in the dumps is just rolling down the hill into the river, and it's barely showing up as any kind of pollution at all. So that's something we can keep in mind. And this, of course, is our nice pristine river that we're drawing our drinking water from. So we're in good shape for the most part, I think. And now we can kind of come down here and take a look at our commercial area. The thing that I'm finding is that I don't have to usually zone a lot of commercial in order to satisfy the demand, no matter what the demand happens to be. So we're just going to kind of make use of the area that we've already given ourselves. We're just going to zone it, and then we're going to let it go, and we're going to see what happens. And I want to be a little bit careful about how I'm zoning this, because at some point in the very near future, we're going to be able to get rid of all these power lines. We won't need them to connect the power once the commercial and the industrial kind of start overlapping one another. This is the one that I want. And we'll just kind of go like that. And then once we remove these power lines here, then this area here will be available for zoning. So that's why I don't necessarily want to set myself up to do any more bulldozing. And we'll set up for the tow truck, or not the tow trucks, oh yeah, the tow trucks, yeah, the impound yard underneath the overpass, because that's where they all like to hide. They're like the trolls under the bridge. And now we can kind of take a look at this area here and start expanding it that way. Now this is one way going that way, so we'll do that. Still with the one way. Do we want to upgrade it to better reflect our new kind of road styles? Maybe we do. Maybe it's time, and we're going to turn on snapping for this so that it all and straight. There we go. So that it all kind of reflects what we're aiming for. And then here as well, this is a one-way coming towards us. So that did all right. And then for this, we're just going to go upgrade, turn, 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 and that perfect. That's exactly what we want. And then while we're here with the 2-lane, we don't necessarily need to worry about making this pretty. We'll turn off snapping, and like so. That's pretty reasonable, and that'll be more commercial in here as well. And then we can take this. This is kind of the fun part for me, because when we're expanding the highway, it means we've been doing okay for a little while. So that's kind of good. Highway, excellent. This way. That wasn't what I wanted to do. Is it It's got the snapping turned off. Why? Why would you do that, Mr. Highway? I think that's pretty much straight. And somehow I ended up on curved as well. I don't understand. Stop it, Highway. You're supposed to be the good one. Oh, maybe it saves your defaults for whatever different kind of road type you were working on and whatever you used last for that. So we got curve, snapping off. I'm gonna bring it around like so and like so. And then we will do like this, and if we do it properly, roads, quit it. Upgrades. And then we right click. Yes. That's exactly what we want. It's all heading in the right direction now. And from that, we can do some of this off-ramp shenanigans. Do the one-way. I'll come back and look at it for trees and stuff and upgrade it. It might cost us a little bit, but that's okay right now. I'm just worried about getting everything in place. And then I'll worry about all the extras, so to speak. And we'll do like that. And then over here, we'll do like that. Yeah, that's what we want. And then over here, we're going to do something very similar. But I think we're going to get it too steep on this one, on account of the steepness of the bank here at the base. Yeah, it's going to be a steep one, this guy, but that's okay. We can get it sorted, and that's all good. And we'll just make sure that we're, from the beginning, saying we want this elevated. This shenanigan, slope too steep. Oh. Wow. We barely got that to work, but we got it to work, and that's all that matters. Wait. Oh no, that's okay, because what we do have to do is turn it so that it's an off-ramp. It's coming down that way. I almost did that wrong. And people wouldn't have used that part because I did it so wrong. So people coming this way can go up and on there, and then they're coming down this way, they can go off and down onto there. And then this way, people will be coming this way off the highway, and they could go down onto there. And conversely, they'll be coming this way along the one-way road, and they want to be able to get up and onto the highway. So cool, we're clear on what we're supposed to be doing here, because that's one of the trickiest parts about doing the highway layout, I find, is just remembering all the directions and all the different sort of routes that you're trying to account for when you're doing more than just simple T intersections and, you know, cross intersections. So we just need to too steep, already occupied. I know it's already occupied. I can see that there's, but what I'm saying is merge with it so that you become one great traffic circuit. The marvel of all who see you. Oh! I almost did. I see it for? No, I didn't. And it looked like for a second we may have had it, but we might have to move it back a little bit. Already occupied, too steep. Wow. Okay, we're gonna have to go all the way back here. Looks like it. We're gonna take it. I would have liked to have had it kind of a little bit symmetrical to this one, so kind of going like that. But if this is what we need to do to make it work, then that's what we do to make it work. And no complaints necessarily, which is not to say that I'm as happy with it as I could be, just that I'm not going to complain about it. And now, for this guy, we're going to start... Oh, you go like that. There we go. We don't want one way, we want that. And then we're going to start this guy. Snapping is off on bendy. And then we're going to pull it around. Kind of like so. And then we're going to keep pulling it around like so. And then like so. Yes, like so. And we'll take the one way so that these folks can go like that. And then this one so that we can go like that. And then we will do another one because we know we're going to need it sooner or later anyways. Probably sooner rather than later, the way things have been going. We'll just kind of make a really weird intersection that's not quite an intersection. And we'll bring this around. I kind of like the way our residential area is shaping up. It's almost grid-like in the way that it's uniform to some extent. Without looking just like a bunch of squares that we've cobbled together to make everything work. So then we'll go like that and joins with that, and then this guy like so. And then we take a look at our water coverage for this, which is actually pretty good, but we'll just kind of do the adjustments here. And here. And here. And here. That's so much easier than doing all kinds of weird connections for the water. And how are we looking over here? That's good. And let's zone it. And let's see what happens. Zone, zone, zone. Paint. We'll leave a little bit of space. Oh, before we do that, we've got a, wow, we are very nearly broke. I didn't realize it was costing us so much to set up those roads. Oops. That's okay though. One thing that we do have to do in order to make these roads even marginally functional is we're going to have to do another one of these. Space already occupied. Don't you lie to me. Let's try it this way. Space already... What the hell are you talking about? Space already occupied. It can't be... No, they're not hitting any pillars underneath. This is like all episode. Space already occupied. Every episode, that's going to be our mantra. Oh, there we go. There we go. We found the one spot that was going to work. And we're just going to make sure that it's facing... No, it's not facing the right direction. But we can fix that. Now it is. Now we've got everything that we need to make that work. We can zone the residential. And then actually let's get it going now. We'll crank it up and we'll just kind of zone this. And we have to get a school in here. We have to get an elementary school at least in here. That was one of the things that I noticed. And possibly police and fire, but the elementary school for sure. This red here is telling me that this guy here is kind of running, it's exhausted its ability to give us the proper education coverage for this area. So thinking if we have an elementary school down here, that might be kind of the thing that we're looking for. Maybe. It seems to have been about right, I think. No power. We'll just... Actually, let's make sure that we've zoned what we can do to solve this power issue on the sneaky, is we'll just zone back like this. So that people will build houses, and then that will indirectly connect the power to the school, so we don't have to worry about running power lines that we're just going to have to destroy later anyways. So commercial demand is actually holding steady. So we're going to zone in a little bit. Actually, we'll take a look first. Yeah, we're in decent shape. So we're going to zone in some more of that. And some more of that. We'll do these guys under here as well. Power. We're out of power. 138 megawatts. Bloody hell. How much is it going to cost us for another one of the new ones? It's 20,000? Oh, 12. Good. Awesome. I was a little bit concerned for a second there, and I've seen, yes, you could put these down in the water. And go away, Tweety. And that should put the kibosh on our immediate power needs. And the residential demand has once again gone through the roof. So we're going to go like so. All the way around. And in here, we'll have to remember that we haven't set up the bus route for this neighborhood yet. I'm not exactly in the world's biggest rush to do that, but we are going to have to do it at some point. We're just over $5,000 a week in the green, which is always good news. And if we keep going this way, there's going to be no room at all for our riverfront residential property. It's just going to be all intersections, and that's not going to make too many people happy. What we can do, though, while we have the opportunity, plaza with trees, Japanese garden, plaza with trees. Where was the small playground? In support of our kids and playing, because that's good news. We'll put the small playground there, and hopefully that'll keep them and the adults busy. Excellent. So I feel like we're on the right track. We're finally on the grow. We're finally getting to the point where we can say that we do have a busy city. This guy is trying to tell me a story to the effect of, I have no power. And I don't believe him. Not for a second. Did we just already outstrip? We did. We completely outstripped our power capacity. We just placed that thing. I thought that there was maybe a problem with something in the game, because we just placed a new one of these guys and already it's saying that's not enough, we need more. So we give them more and they're going to use that all up probably in pretty quick. That 158 of 168. Oh, now it's dropping a bit. Now everyone's back up to 159. So it's bouncing around a little bit, but at least we have enough for now. But again, wow. We're going to have to be very, very careful about what else we're adding and whether or not we can afford to keep the power plugged in for them. Because there's nothing worse than adding all this stuff and it has no power and you have no money with which to provide it power. So that'll be our mission, is to make sure that we don't make silly errors with regards to zoning for things that we can't power. Look at all of our traffic flowing happily through our city. The buses don't seem to be having too many difficulties. People seem to be happy by and large. Look at that. That's a happy city. Except for this cranky bastard right down here. Nobody wants to work for me. What are you going to do? I hope you're enjoying the series. I'm having fun making it. Please leave your comments and feedback if you want to be notified when I add the next video. You can always subscribe to my channel. You can follow on social media for notifications as well. Links for that are always in the information section below the video. Please leave your comments and feedback. Thanks for watching, guys, and take care.